What's up guys, welcome to Tech Predator. You guys might be thinking which tablet among Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 and iPhone iPad Air is better. Here are the big differences between the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 versus Apple's latest iPad Air. The Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 versus iPad Air buying decision can be tricky because these two tablets are so remarkably similar in size, design and price. Both offer premium tablet experiences for under $1,000, but there are some sizable differences that you should know about beyond the usual Android versus Apple divide. First and foremost, the Galaxy Tab S8 is much newer because it was released in February 2022, whereas the iPad Air hasn't been significantly updated since 2020. Even so, it's remarkable how compelling the Air remains. As you'll see in the following breakdown, the 2020 iPad Air is one of the best tablets you can buy because it still competes with the latest tablets more than a year after it was released. So if you're not sure which tablet is right for you, here we are comparing round by round the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 to Apple's latest iPad Air. Let's start this comparison with their prices. The Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 is the more expensive of these two tablets with a starting price of $699, though it does come with a stylus, and you can pay more for models with more storage and cellular connectivity. The Galaxy Tab S8 ships with an included S Pen stylus that magnetically attaches to the rear of the tablet. The iPad Air of 2020 can be had for $100 cheaper, as Apple charges $599 for the entry-level model. However, that model comes with just 64 GB of storage, which is very little for a tablet that's meant to store your apps, games, photos, videos, music and more. You can upgrade to a model with 256 GB of storage, but that'll cost you $749. The Tab S8 comes with 128 GB of storage minimum, which is a far more reasonable amount for a tablet. You can also add up to a terabyte of additional storage via memory card thanks to the Tab S8's micro South Dakota card slot. Now if we look at tire design. Samsung's Galaxy Tab S8 is a streamlined aluminum slate that measures 10 inch long, 6.5 inches high with thickness of 0.2 inches and weighs just over a pound. There are thin bezels surrounding an 11 inch with 2560 and 1600 pixels and 120 Hz LED display, just like the Samsung Galaxy Tab S7. It supports a single USB-C port near the bottom which also offers DisplayPort out functionality, meaning you can hook it up to an external display via DisplayPort. Both the iPad Air 4 and Tab S8 have remarkably thin around 0.2 inches frames that are roughly identical to each other, size-wise. They both have fingerprint readers in the same spot with the power unlock button, and they both come in an array of eye-catching colors. The S8 cleaves to Samsung's traditional dark, graphite, light, silver, and elegant, pink gold color options, but Apple goes a bit wilder, offering the usual black and white, or space gray and silver, iPad Airs, alongside more eye-catching green, rose gold and sky blue models. Now let's discuss what are the similarities and differences in their display. The Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 and Apple's iPad Air 2020 have remarkably similar displays, which is part of the reason why it can be so hard to choose between them. As outlined above, the Tab S8 offers an 11-inch, 2560 and 1600 pixels with 120 Hz LED display. If it's anything like its predecessor, it should be a bright, vibrant screen. However, it is a little disappointing that the S8 only has an LED display, while its two larger siblings, the Tab S8 Plus and S8 Ultra, ship with Samsung's Super AMOLED screens. The iPad Air is an older tablet by comparison, and while its display is roughly the same size as that of the S8, it offers slightly fewer pixels per inch, which is 264 pixels per inch versus 274 pixel per inch. However, you probably wouldn't notice the difference, even if you held the two tablets side by side. What you might notice is that scrolling and using a stylus feels a bit worse on the iPad compared to the S8, since the Air's display refreshes at half the rate of the S8 with 60 Hz, while Tab S8 refreshes at 120 Hz. We're still waiting on Apple to revamp the Air with the same 120 Hz ProMotion display it put on the 12.9-inch iPad Pro of 2021. Now let's tire side-by-side performance. The point which every tablet enthusiast is looking for. The Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 chip in Samsung's Galaxy Tab S8 and is built on a 4nm process, which means it should be more performant than the Snapdragon 865 Plus that powered the Galaxy Tab S7. That tablet earned a score of 3074 in the Geekbench 5 performance benchmark, which was fine but a bit less impressive than the 4262 earned by Apple's iPad Air. We haven't had a chance to run the new Galaxy Tab S8 through the same performance tests yet, but when we do it seems quite likely to outperform the 2020 iPad Air thanks to its upgraded internals. Speaking of, with 8GB of RAM, the Tab S8 should feel a bit more snappy and capable than the 2020 iPad Air, which ships with a comparatively paltry 4GB. Now if we compare the cameras of both the tablets. The Galaxy Tab S8 has edge over iPad Air. Yes, if cameras on a tablet are important to you, the Galaxy Tab S8 has the advantage over the iPad Air. Samsung's new S8 features a pair of rear-mounted cameras, 13-megapixel and 6-megapixel ultra-wide, and a 12-megapixel ultra-wide front-facing selfie cam, while the iPad Air 4 has a single rear camera 12-megapixel and a 7-megapixel front-facing FaceTime HD camera. After all, now we are going to check the battery life of both flagships. Samsung's Galaxy Tab S8 ships with an 8000 mAh battery, just like the S7. And just like its predecessor, we expect the Tab S8 to deliver better battery life than the iPad Air. Apple's tablet lasted a solid 10 hours and 29 minutes in battery test, whereas Samsung's Tab S7 survived for an impressive 13 hours and 16 minutes. We look forward to seeing how the S8 performs in the same test. We also look forward to testing Samsung's claim that with a 45-watt charger, you can fully charge a Galaxy Tab S8 in 80 minutes, thanks to its fast charging feature. The final comparison among them is definitely its software. The Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 ships running Android 12 with some Samsung extras on top, including user interface tweaks and custom software like Samsung Notes. One of the cooler software tricks it offers is Dex Mode, which gives you a bunch of extra tools for managing multiple windows on your tablet and using it more like a PC. Dex Mode also gives you some useful tools for multitasking, while the tablet is hooked up to an external display like a monitor or TV, making it especially valuable for those who splurge on an external keyboard or type cover to use the Tab S8 like a laptop. Yet even at this early juncture it's pretty clear that the Tab S8 is likely the better tablet to buy if what you care about is performance or versatility. It costs a bit more than the entry-level iPad Air, but you get newer, more powerful guts, more storage space, and better cameras in an Android 12 tablet that plays well with a variety of devices, especially those made by Samsung. You also get a stylus packed in for free, which is something Apple never does. However, with the iPad Air you get a device that's nearly as good as Samsung's new tablet, despite being over a year older, and if you can live with 64GB of storage, you can get it cheaper than the S8. You also get access to Apple's App Store and the benefit of whatever investment you have in Apple's ecosystem. But if that's not valuable to you, you're likely better off buying a Galaxy Tab S8. Hopefully this video was awesome to you guys. Please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching and goodbye.